quite sure. We might have to see the graphic again to make sure of that. Maybe the observers can bring us the graphic of the group before we get into the game to see a little bit how the standings will be going into this match, seeing which team, how possible it is for them to win this out. As you can see, there's already JoinTheForce and RAZEPEEK at 1 win and 1 loss. So whichever of these teams win, they'll be in a tiebreaker with Budapest 5 and Fate Esports. But it doesn't matter. All of those 3 teams will be able to progress on to the next group. And this is Group D, well, I can't count any of these groups out, actually. They've all been quite competitive, but this is one of the most competitive ones as well. Blink and the Mentals have been the black sheep of the situation. They have been the ones to stand out negatively, unfortunately, stand out in front of the others, but all the rest seem very strong, and it's up to RAZEPEEK now against JoinTheForce to solidify their chances in staying in this tournament and potentially going for the money as well. So that's going to be an interesting one. Okay, so we do have word from the admins. One person does have a VAC error, which will give us a 5-minute pause. So we're going to have to wait a little bit, prolong the situation. And yeah, so as I said, RAZEPEEK and JoinTheForce, both of them are looking for a win here to progress in the next stages of this tournament.
Yeah, they are. And well, one of the maps is like Inferno, the classic decider matchup. I mean, it may not be the third map of a series, but it very well could be. Yes.
Yeah, quite right.
Either way, we'll be getting to. We just gotta wait a few seconds. Unfortunately, we can't do too much about it.
Yeah, and what we can do at this time is talk about the groups and all the teams that have progressed so far. Group A has been decided. That's it. Level Up, Let's Getty, eSuper, and Gods are onto it. And what an incredible one, because Na'Vi lost today. They are 1 and 2, are not able to progress into the tournament. They totally knocked out and join Kosova, Stewin, and Atomic Esports as well. And they'll be falling out. So we do have the first 4 of Group A. And looking at Group B, me and Kremer called this out during the drawing of the groups. That Group B will be the basically the group of death, and this group has not disappointed whatsoever. Look at that, all these teams closely matched up against each other, but we have the 4 teams to progress. It's Wallstone, Grasdat, Project X, Sinners. Do you know any of these teams by any chance, Nexus?
I am aware of every single one of them besides Grathas, unfortunately, so it really shows. Like I've casted Wallstone multiple times. Project X, I've heard of them, and Sinners as well. Multiple times have casted them, and well, looking at them, Domino Gaming, Nexus Gaming, all those teams not making it through really goes to show how that is a very stacked one. But if you
a very strong group.
Yeah, if you want, you can take me through the next groups as well. Consider me a complete newbie to this with no preparation,
of course,
unfortunately.
Don't worry about it. But Group B, like we said, group of death. I mean, Kremer and I called it, but Stromis has other ideas. He thinks Group C is the group of death. Team Sampi topping it out 3-0, and it's 3 other teams to join them in these efforts is Gamers 1337, Game Agents, and Tenerife Titans. I do see Honvid with a 1-1 score. I'm not sure what the situation is and why they haven't played their third game just yet. Same goes for Sparks and Team 1. They haven't played a third game, so this group is yet to be totally decided. But I think it's quite possible that Team Sampi and the rest will be able to get through. And finally, Group D, a very strong group with some very strong teams that we've seen some upsets come through as well. Fate Esports were thought to be the team to top it out, but 1 loss due to a forfeit will give them that 1 list. So they won't be the top of their group. And Eclot will be the one to top it out. Strong performances by this team, unexpectedly strong. They are a good team. Yes, we knew it, but they managed to beat the likes of a very good teams within this group. Of course, we see Budapest 5 up there as well. We didn't expect anything less from them either. They've had a solid performance so far, and got a couple of good wins on them. They did lose one game though. I'm not sure which team they lost to. I don't want to say anything false. I don't want to say anything wrong. But Budapest 5, as expected, will be moving on forwards. But now we have another game onto us. The game that we're all looking forward to. The game that will decide the top 4 teams going into the knockout stage for Group D. And that is JoinTheForce versus RAZEPEEK. Everything on the line for these 2 teams to go go up against this one. And it's going to be very interesting. And seeing that they have everything on the line for... it's going to be a very interesting match because they're not going to be afraid to pull out the big guns. They're not going to be afraid to pull out the tactics to give them that win and all the interesting tricks they may have up their sleeves. So, as you can see, some very good matches that we had today. 16-13 for Tenerife Titans. Lenovo 113 had to lose that one. Ecot Gaming Budapest 5 also with the same score, 16-11. Navi Junior, a win that we didn't expect there from Gods, but it happened nonetheless. They knocked out Navi from the tournament, and of course the one that me and Nexus got to cast for you. So, in comparison with yesterday, the games have not been so dominating, but they haven't been so close. But I wouldn't say they've been dominating either. Can I, Nexus?
Well, they're somewhere in the awkward middle, unfortunately. Like you say, they're in there. Yeah. Like it's close, but no, it's just in the middle. Unfortunately, you can't say too much about it. The games have been games, and very nice flowers.
Ooh, the resolution isn't that bad zoomed in either. It's pretty good, actually. What kind of flower is this? Do you know your flowers, Nexus?
I'm unfortunately not a botanist, so I would not know.
Yep. Yeah, neither am I. And but they are beautiful. We're gonna have a little bit of a look around that A site. Thanks for the zoom in, observers. Ooh. Tenuta auti rosso di Montacino. I can't. Yeah, I don't know Italian, so I have no idea. Wait, is this actually Italian? This seems to be like the countryside of Italian, right?
I'm pretty sure this wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was Italy. I don't know my CS:GO lore that well, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, but Inferno has a fair bit of lore. I wish I knew a little bit more about it, but I do love going around hearing all the sounds in this map. The piano that you hear in apartments, the jazz, well, the chickens as well, of course, as the observers are pointing out for another time. The zoom in on the buttocks of the chicken as well. It seems that we'll have to wait a little bit longer until the game comes underway. But yeah, quite the pause we had here, quite the discussion we've managed to have here, Nexus, and quite an interesting one as the final round of the final game of the group stage on the live stream has been a little bit prolonged.
Yes, unfortunately. We'll just be back in a few minutes, so you guys can wait around and we'll see you then.
And we are back, everyone. Sorry about that one. We were just taking up water and kind of got lost track of time right there. I was kind of looking at the stream as well instead of looking at where I was supposed to be looking. So we're back in it. And Join the Force versus RAZEPEEK are already into this one. Pistol round already. And we do have a little bit of a stand-in. One of the players couldn't really make it, had vac problems, but starting it off with a strong one. Nice pick for Ryu there. Gets that first frag. They're trying to get on point as fast as possible. Now, Ryu with our second one. That's absolutely beautiful. They fell into pit there. Corpse Party. And they're just going to fall one after the other. Just 2 players remaining. And always gets another kill of his own. It's Rock left all by himself, and he'll fall down as well in the end. Join the Force with a statement to make win that first round.
Yeah, and absolutely insane there. Just Ryu 3 headshots, all so quick, one after another. Just not phased at all by those players coming in. And this one, RAZEPEEK, after losing that first round, going to be going for a eco, and everyone else except for GG with a Desert Eagle and armor. So one would assume it's going to be an easy round for the side of JoinTheForce, but you never know. There's always some madness to be gathered here, but Juni also already going down, always starts things off, and now the CT side with an easy far myth with one more, looking for that second. And it would get it just yet, still. Waiting for these players. That's, well, guessing it's not going to be too bad here, and, well, myth with one more. It's just the MP9 getting a bit of money, some cash farmed there for that CT side, and, well, the chances from the round now being taken down to from about 5% to about 2%, if even that.
Oh, and the push does come through. Rocked with an attempt there with the Glock, gets 1 kill, but their attempt is shut down right there. Join the Force with a second one. But RAZEPEEK with that eco will be able to buy up on the third round. I got word from the production team that the new stand-in, Freddy Fishoil, is a Brit. So for any of you in chat from the UK there, well, you have your team to support. You have a player to support. A British player playing amongst the Eastern Europeans here. RAZEPEEK, the Slovenian squad. Now have a Brit amongst them. Now, aggressiveness here from Nexus. We've noticed how the aggressiveness from CTs here in Banana can be absolutely vital winning these rounds, and that's exactly what they're shown. But no, RAZEPEEK are there to deliver, and they've getting 1 kill after the other. It's just Rabbit all by himself in mid, getting a kill of his own, but it might have been too late. 16 HP on the man, and the bomb is heading towards B right here, right now. It's gonna be and save here from Rabbit. They didn't manage to get the first 2 rounds, and the economy does mean that they'll be able to buy up next one. But a solid round for RAZEPEEK, a round that they should have won, and they actually delivered as well.
Yeah, very good at flying these players one at a time. The CTs went for a bit of a push, but I mean, it doesn't work out as intended. That's the, well, I guess, the risk you take here on Inferno. Like we mentioned in the pre-game, like about 10 minutes ago before we headed for the slight break there. But the C side went for the banana area, found those frags, and from that the B bombs, and now Rabbit's the only one looking for a bit more damage, but 3 players around him, and well, Fred Fishoil finds him instead, and well, RAZEPEEK get started here very early on, finding themselves around number 1. Always looking for a bit more here. Now let's see if they can deliver.
Yep, and see we shall. It is a buy round here from JoinTheForce. A little bit of an iffy buy, not enough util as they would have liked, but they do manage to solidify an AWP for hours. Now, they are going to play it slow down Banana. They're not going to really push it early on, waiting for the util. A boost is going to come in on the backside of B, but a beautiful shot to start off the round. Hours with that first pick onto Rocks. The only AWP on the map is showing its presence. They are leading the way towards B. The bomb is slowly going to get headed there as well. No CT close to be fine, but like I said before, there is a boosted player there, and that could prove to be dangerous. Now, smoke might come in as well. RAZEPEEK checking their corners, but they're going to elect not to smoke for it. Not to smoke right now, and Nexus is looking there, expecting a flash, but the flash doesn't come in, and that's going to be Uni catching them off guard and JoinTheForce already on the back foot. RAZEPEEK will be able to plant the bomb. They're going to try and rotate, but no. It will be a 3v4, and they're not going to go for it. They're going to save their weapons and hopefully cause damage in the next round.
Yeah, what entry towards that B-bomb site again? It's the RAZEPEEK side. They go towards that B-bomb site once again. And with that, the CT side of money not looking too great with the Force, but they went into this round with the AWP M4 and a 5.7 there with all of them with armor besides the AWP. Looking to say with them knowing this retake, no way in hell they're going to make it out with a win. The fact that it's towards that B-bomb set and you're down a man, just add that, it's become near impossible. That once in a lifetime you might see something like that happen. Well, either way, RAZEPEEK have tied things up here, and we're going to be getting into our 5th round of the game. That CT side might have themselves some kind of a buy if they feel real audacious about it, but looking at these entries towards that B side, very good find on those plays. But, well, scratch what I said about the Force, but they're not going to be going for it. Instead, the only man spending any money is going to be always buying himself some armor there. Go with that AWP and into Banana. That nade could have done catastrophic damage had he not had the armor. Now just waiting that T side right on the other side, waiting. This AWP looking for something. Who comes in, but the AWP missing it. Shot. Now that T side will be allowed control towards Banana. Again, another nade trying to do even more damage, chipping away at his health. That CT side starting off very slow here. And well, that T side now with the map control trying to be taken by them. Sought after. Want to get something. Well, the CT side giving them absolutely nothing. Well, I say they're giving them nothing, but look at it. Oh, as he might still hang around here, but now he's thankfully backed up by a team, but this AWP still, if he goes with that swing, the danger from it. Ooh. One tag. GG, very lucky he's alive there. Even a few more pixels to the left and he would have been dead. But now Rio with a flashbang goes in, spots the player and the T side. Now, having completely warded off it, they head towards that A bomb side instead. And 40 seconds remaining on that clock will be the offense coming in.
And look at that. They're going to be pushing towards A slowly but surely, taking both short and long towards it. And they're slowly going to get flashed themselves in. But the 3 players there waiting. Fred is the stand-in is actually going to start things off. Myth finds a return onto Uni, but the kills do go in RAZEPEEK's favor. Quick kills, in fact, and it's 2 players remaining on JoinTheForce's side. They'll be saving the weapons. Undoubtedly, it almost had a few nice shots during this game, during the previous round as well, that first frag. But they're going to be saving onto those weapons, and we'll be buying up the following round. Yeah. Any damage that they manage to do to the side of RAZEPEEK will be welcome. But I don't think themselves are too eager to chase them. Having 2 players play together with rifles and AWP and M4 is a little bit too difficult to try and go for, try to punish. So they might even play safe themselves and keep their weapons, their own weapons, into the next round. But Freddy Fish Oil, the Brit, is trying to go in forward. Oh, and it's Ryu to get that first, to get the frag. So, more money for JoinTheForce here. They'll be able to fully buy up, unlike last time. They just elected to stay with the weapons they saved previously. So these 2 rifles have been saved for the past 2 rounds now. And yeah, RAZEPEEK now in the lead 3-2, but JoinTheForce are looking to change that.
Starting things off with a bit of mid control here, or at least trying to. Oh, still gotta be careful it doesn't get pushed from the second mid on the T side. Mostly we'll be focusing on Banana early on here. One of the very crucial points on the map that you want to take on both sides. At least most of the time. The CT side you can get away with just playing a retake setup or just very passive, but you need to know when to do that. If you give Banana time and time again, the T side will just start exploiting it and finding one round after another from it, basically. But now, some utility goes in, and Fred, the Fish Oil man, goes in with this AWP, looking to find any frags he can. But next he's boosted here. And this T side, if they do go in, we'll have a lot to deal with here. It's 3 CT players on the other side. Tag nearly coming in, and that T side still waiting for anything to be given to them before a commitment. But Myth, in the meantime, has a frag towards that A bomb site, and that might just ward them to go towards that B site. Now 40 seconds left again. Same as last round, but that was the one RAZEPEEK took. Now, against these rifles, let's see what they can do, but always immediately finds the first one. The flashbang's utility now starts coming in. What can that T side do with Nexus still being boosted here? He has the angle of the CT side. They've got 3-man set up here. The double entries, and now comes Nexus from the boost, but only good for 1. That CT side, they've completely fallen flat on that defense. 2 frags is all they get, as a retake will be coming in instead. And how it has come to this is beyond my knowledge. Fantastic entries, I guess. That's as close as I can get to it. But now, retake, and you can take it away.
Yep, the retake does come in. Thank you for giving me the fall here, because it is a 2v2 and the action is about to come. Ryu going for an aggressive flush and catches Rock out of guard. Will he get the second one? Yes, he does. And that's a quick 1-2 kills in the hands of Ryu. And it is going to be a close one. Ooh, 5 seconds left on the clock. I think he'll barely be able to do it. Oh, he does. Oh. That was such a clutch there from Ryu. Such a fast push, and it paid off. 1-2 kills on them to defuse. No kit required as well. And JoinTheForce back into this one, scaring up the score 3-3. And RAZEPEEK will find themselves on the back foot after that one. We'll be able to fully buy up. And it is a 4-bite versus 4-bite. So this will be interesting.
Again, we start things off with a bit of banana aggression, because why not? Every Inferno match needs that on the CT side. They challenge with flashbang, but the T side, they've got tricks up their sleeves. But what a shot from Rabbit! Takes down the first player, and well, he's got another one towards that A side. It all fires off, and a very quick early advantage for that C side of, or CT side of JoinTheForce. And RAZEPEEK now left to figure themselves out of a pickle. It's 3-on-5, and what is their answer to this?
Now, 3-on-5. 1 minute remaining. They do have time to work with, and it's an opening they're looking for. They're trying to find themselves in a position where JoinTheForce will not expect a push to come from. Yes, they have a man's advantage, but that won't matter as Rabbit just kill them off anyway. 2 versus 5. And things are just getting ever so more difficult here from RAZEPEEK. They are having a final attempt at the pushing here. It's a do or die situations. Myth gets the spray down. The kill goes in forward of Fred Fish Oil, and he might go for another one. He might fancy it. The spray comes through and he connects, but it's a Ryu from behind. We'll be able to pick up the last kill, and RAZEPEEK will fall down to the hands of JoinTheForce, picking up a brilliant round. It's the picks at the start of the game than that win, quite honestly, and did not crumble under the pressure of the push of RAZEPEEK.
Yeah, and a very good round for them, but still, Fred Fishall gave it his all at the end, trying to find these few players. He does manage to get a frag or two there. Nearly the bomb, but the T side now will have to go with whatever they have without that bomb plant. Next, just waiting as the T side start coming in 1 second, and not there, full blinded. GG gets it. And that CT side, pressure on them as the rotates are coming in. And that T side right on this other side of Banana. The smoke is there, trying to go over the spray. Rabbit unable to get any frags, but so much damage. And well, there's always finding one. Through the smoke, he takes down GG, and the 3-on-3 is here once again. That B-bomb side needs to be retaken for that CT side for what? The 3rd time, but this time they have a chance. The bomb now out in the open, going down. The Judy trades again. And the CT side, they find themselves a gifted bomb there. And a minute to play with for that T side to try and recover with no utility. And it's going to be a pain.
Yeah, so many kills going on fast in the round. It's 1 minute in on the clock, and Ryu is looking to cause damage. First kill for him, but it's Uni set to survive this. Bomb is right next to him, but he has really no access to it and will be surrounded and killed off by Ryu. And Ryu, can I say, he's been getting so many kills this round. So many... I can't even talk. I'm so amazed by his plays. He's been getting 1 kill after the other, and he's been proven to be a very strong player on this JoinTheForce's squad, and a difference maker in many of these situations. And the fact that it was a 2v2 didn't even matter. It just seemed like JoinTheForce were playing with 5 other men. So, RAZEPEEK, of course, after that round, we'll have to eco finally. We'll have to go for the pistols. And they're only looking to cause damage and potentially get a bomb plant. Get back into this one. And that's the first frag from Giggy. A very interesting one indeed. Gets that first pick as Rabbit. Tries to go a little bit aggressive. Doesn't pay up for him. But the push is about to happen. They're lining up in apartments. The flashes are surely going to come in as soon as that smoke deteriorates. But Myth might find themselves in an interesting position. Spray down comes through. Connects one. Guys to find the third. But it's Fridge for sure to finish him off. It's 3v3 now. Ryu on the back of that side gets one. We'll be able to find the second one. He is trying. Oh, he's trying to close into him. Fresh Fish Oil finds the cheeky angle on him with that Mac 10. And already finds himself on the site. Will be able to get the bomb down. And finds himself in a 1v2 still with that Mac 10. Hasn't been able to pick up a rifle. And the players are joining the force onto him. They're trying to push through. He's trying to get one kill. Oh my word! Where did that come from? Fish Oil with the clutch gets the kill. And he's able to win the round, clutch it up for RAZEPEEK. And the round where it seemed where they're going to lose it and they're just going for the plant, they end up winning the whole thing. Fish Oil, the stand-in from RAZEPEEK, is the difference maker in this round.
Huge place, and Mac 10 to clutch things out there. The spray was looking so shaky, but apparently doesn't matter. And here we are, the CT side aggression into middle. Look at that, Myth one and nearly the second, but will get taken down instead. And that CT side, they need some kind of a heroic play in this one. Basically in the same exact position RAZEPEEK was in the last one. They've got no money, and Adel is doing always. That's about it. They've gone for the force fight. MP9 finds one, but the T side now going to be waiting around as the CT aggression has somewhat scared him. Maybe giving them a slight little spook there. But still, will be moving as a group. Not going to be splitting apart. That is very important in rounds like these. We do not want to give any CT players any frag or any more frags than necessary. Just stick as a unit, go for the trades, and that's all you need to do. Even better if you don't need to go for those trades. That's +1 to you. Well, now T side RAZEPEEK out towards long. It is Rabbit.
Yeah, keep going, man.
Nah, it is Rabbit here. Desert Eagle in his hands, looking to find a bit more, and yet to find anything else. That T side now towards that side with the Nexius there, and Ryu as well, trying to find these frags. A bit of damage will be found about the T side. And the back of Union, well, he as well. Frags have come in, and well, always with an AWP. Basically left to save his own devices towards that B-bombs and stranded on an island. What else can I say?
Yeah, that's exactly right, man. He's in the cathedral area trying to save with that AWP. After this round, his team won't be able to bite up with him. So even if he does survive with this one, it's questionable how much of an impact he can have on it. Especially with a round where RAZEPEEK are seemingly much better economically. Look at Fish Oil's money. It's accumulated so much. After those kills with our Mac 10 that previous round, he's up to 8k already. And RAZEPEEK will have no problem going for this one. They'll try and get the AWP out of his hands, as it will be the only weapon that will be able to contest them in this next round. But no kill, no such kill comes through. Looking into this one, look at that! What a beautiful push there from Junie and his team. It just caught JoinTheForce out of guard. No harm done. It's just one headshot after the other. He gets his team onto the site just like that. Getting back into this round though. Early aggression. Well, I say aggression, but it might be a peek towards us there. If they're able to look at it, no, Myth will fall back in the end. A few shots exchanged, but always from a different front. On Banana gets that one kill. Rabbits as well. Nexius with another one. This is an eco round for them, and it's going in their way. How did RAZEPEEK let this happen? But they've done it. It's the util that actually comes out huge, and the finishing blows come in for Nexius and Awes internally. And Rabbit did pave with it with his life, but he'll take it. 2 for 1, 3 for 1 actually. And now RAZEPEEK have slowed things down. Try to recollect how they want to play this. AK-47's at hand. A little bit of util to play with as well. Whichever site they choose, it will be a 2 versus 2. So, still possible for them. Still very possible for them. These CT players are spread across the map. So, if they pick up out one by one, they could very well win this. Don't count them out. They're pushing through Banana now. Who will they find first? A boost will also be quite a miscellaneous and off angle for them to check. And it could be this crossfire that could finish them off in the end. Will they check it? Now, the push does come through. One header actually checks it in time. We'll be able to pick up Ryu, and Nexus does peek as well. We'll get knocked off as well, and it's a 2v2 already, like I said. They managed to get the 2 kills at the start, and they have to deal with another 2. One step at a time. And now it's step 2, the final step. Will they be able to finish this one out like they started it? Smoke to separate these 2 squads. Bomb is ticking, and both Myth and Awes are electing to push through Cathedral. Myth to lead the charge with that P250 will make his entrance. Rock tries to find the shots, but no, he hides right behind the corner. But both kills go with hand of RAZEPEEK, and the 2 versus 4 happens. And that's exactly how they wanted to make that happen. Strategical, tactical, step by step, and that's how they make it happen. RAZEPEEK find the lead against JoinTheForce once again.
Yeah, there is that round for Raze. The lead for them coming in now. And looking for another one here for them, for that T side. With the CTs, once again, the spy coming in and spending every last bit of money they have, every last dollar dime on this little buy. With no op in sight for them, so that T side have the advantage in terms of the weaponry and the momentum. Going for this one. And you mentioned it earlier on, but the money that was accumulated on those players. Fred Official, even after buying an AW, still has 5k in the bank. That is very huge for them on that T side. And now, going for that banana control. Once again, we will see that coming in time and time again. This time not going to be coming in immediately, but a bit slower in the round of the CT side to get to go for any sort of a peek here, any sort of a play. But if they do, there's that op waiting on the other side, and RAZEPEEK very slowly make their way, and this could get dangerous real quick unless there's something happening. But Juni, one frag down. There's Rabbit in the CT trying to line them up, gets 1 and 2, and now looking for the third. He's got them all, taking down that D-side push. Insane performance, trying to help out his team, and now the bomb goes down. It will not be stopped, most likely. Now trying to spam into it, still getting a bit of damage, but down to 28 himself will not make things that easy for them. On that T side, say 2-on-4, trying to hold on that B-bomb side. Players coming in all the way from Banana already very quickly, and Rabbit with another frag trying to close it out. He's got the ace. Single-handedly takes out everyone on the side of RAZEPEEK and defeats that bomb as well. Just getting all the money, all the glory to him. And RAZEPEEK will not get themselves up to 7, instead tied up, as this game will be a very close one once again.
Oh, what a play there from Rabbit. Look at that. Just the perfect discipline, getting one kill after the other as they're trickling right in front of him. 3k at the start, and another one there. Look, a miscellaneous position. Grabs them, catches them off guard, and it works out. One kill after the other, and there you go. That's an ace for Rabbit that round, and what a marvelous round to get it in. 6-6. And this is proving to be a very close game indeed. Now, RAZEPEEK on the attack. They still have money. Already used some of it of their util on Banana there. Not really doing much damage and not really causing much havoc. But JoinTheForce has fallen back to sight. So maybe this is some ground that RAZEPEEK are willing to take. Smoke coming on CT. And ours will be a little bit deterred from that. And they'll molly in return. Try and mitigate the push for the time being. But RAZEPEEK aren't looking to go aggressive just yet. So that molly might have been wasted during that time. Now, they do have a player towards A as well. It is a spread out and methodical push here from RAZEPEEK. They want to figure out where JoinTheForce has weakness and feel how they're playing this round. Because, look at that, Myth has also a very cheeky position upon that area there, right in front of the balcony. So, if they go on A, it's going to be a tough ask. But RAZEPEEK have other ideas. They're going to head their way towards B. They already have quite a bit of control over Banana. And they have to deal with the 2 players on that B side. Both Rabbit and Ours have come absolutely huge so far in this game. It's a matter of seconds until they could come up huge yet again. Ours with that first frag. Uni trickled in there. One-hander with a return frag. Nexius finds one as well. And it's a 3v4 already. 20 seconds on the clock. They need to start acting fast. They need to start pushing. Rabbit now in a good position to find the kill. Finds one spray. Fred for sure from a different angle. Does try. Doesn't quite succeed. The turnaround from Ours. And there you have it. JoinTheForce with another round here. Managed to get the win over RAZEPEEK.
What a round. I was sure that team had a chance. They would have the player on the flank that gets nothing out of it. Well, that defense does hold up. And once again, very close rounds. But look at that 180 from Alice. Insanely quick scope. Insanely quick scope. There's way too many quicks in one sentence. But where's that Banana? Always once again with his up, looking for these players. Gets one and immediately traded that T side. Now up the pace and into that B side. Here's Rabbit, holds down once again. Mouse 1, 2, and 3. He shut him down. Looking for the finishing touches, but Myth finds that frag instead. Still the damage done. And Rabbit again, he holds that B bomb side so well. So much pressure on him. I have no idea how he even does it. First the ace, and now a 3k.
When does Rabbit stop performing? What another solid round for him. 3k for the man. AWP and pistol at hand. He makes it happen and almost single-handedly holds RAZEPEEK off. He did have a little bit of help of his teammates. And they'll try and go for another B push. They've had enough of Rabbits being able to get one round after the other. So they're going to go really aggressive this time and catch them off guard. Nexius is the first of 4. Rabbit is still surviving, but the bomb has made itself onto the side. The bomb is planted. and he'll try and molly them out. Rabbit waiting for his team to rotate, and Ryu is taking quite some time, easing his way through Banana there until he's able to get there. But he has 2 more players through Cathedral that can slowly help him out, cause the pressure. They do have some time, and they do have kits on every single one of these players. So they could go for this one. Ryu gets one, Rabbit gets one-handed, wandering right in front of him. Fred Fischl tries to be the difference of this one, gets 2 kills, but it's not enough. The retake, Rabbit as well gets 1, Ryu with 3. And the defuse will come in as well. JoinTheForce 9-6. Finish off this half with a high.
What a boost coming up. Very creative there, but unfortunately, don't get enough from it as that T side, or CT side, get themselves up to 9. And well, we'll be heading to that second half with the JoinTheForce having a 9-6 lead. Everyone performing on their mainly, well, Ryu and Rabbit doing absolute wonders for them. And that is how we go to that second half. A wonderful performance from both teams so far. RAZEPEEK, that first time, they just kept up using Banana time and time again. The CT side from JoinTheForce, quite passive towards that B-bomb side a lot of the rounds, just waiting for anything to happen, using their utility then. Well, it does make sense. Well, 6 rounds at the side, not bad by any means. Could have been a few more had some of those so-called swing rounds going the other way. Well, this is what they have to work with as they move over to that CT side. And well, with how much aggression we show towards Banana, I'm expecting as much from them on that CT side. Well, we just look at these wonderful highlights from that first half. Well, if I could have a penny of your thoughts here on the first half and any of these plays that you might have really left an imprint. Maybe not.
Very solid. I don't have much time to talk about it because Rabbit is already going in. He's entry fragging this time. He was defending before, but this time he's going in aggressive and he's feeling it. He gets 2 kills already and he's got his team on the side. 3v5 already. And even if I wanted to talk about that first half Nexus, I won't be allowed to. Fred Fischl is back into this. Gets 2k. The standing is absolutely mad. 3 versus 3 already. Bomb is ticking, and the rotates have come in. Freddy pushes forward, gets dinked, but it doesn't matter when Handa finds a kill of his own. And there you have it. It's a 1v1 standoff. Myth versus Rock behind the smoke, but it's Rock that gets it in the end, and it's Rock that will defuse, and it's Rock that will get to RAZEPEEK their round win and the first win of this half.
Yeah, getting to it. Well, I was hoping for some kind of a recap from you with the first half. I would get immediately to that second round or second half. A action-packed little round with the CT side finding those entries, but in the end, it is the CT side to go for that retake, and we'll have a buy coming into them. And well, so is that T side. 4 Galils and a UMP as they go for a very strong force buy. Utility, the only thing that is really missing from them. It's quite scarce looking at them. Well, still, nothing that an entry or 2 won't change if they can find them. Well, might just be something here, as though they are having spotted the players in apartments, looking to find these players, but that T side, now, they have been given control over towards that mid area. The bracket is completely theirs, the CT side, not even challenging it. Instead, they're going to try and rely on these crossfires that they have, but, well, we'll see if they hold or not. As the T side, I'm sure, want to go for a play very soon.
And the play that we're looking at right now, they're just going to ease their way towards A, and one header is going to come head-to-head with Ryu. Ryu is the one to come up top in that trade, and always on the other side of the map, helps his team as well. It's a 2v3 situation as JoinTheForce is trying to push through, but Rock is such a rock for this site. He won't let anybody pass, and Fred Fischl as well has been performing absolutely out of his mind. And RAZEPEEK are not going to let JoinTheForce run away with this one. They're not going to let them win any more rounds because they are here to stay. And we'll be able to fully buy up after that one, while JoinTheForce will have to do with the Deagle buy instead.
Yeah, that's the price of going for that force buy now. Gonna have to go for an eco, and that just gives RAZEPEEK a chance to start building up their economy as they are, well, against those pistols. The threat is not as big as the weapons. Probably don't need to tell you that, but Ryu trying to change my mind with a wonderful 1D, but there's one hitter. Finding quick 2 frags, it lines up these players, and well, it could be another one as Rock drops another one, and the round comes to a close very quickly on a single man falling for that CT side, as things have now been tied up, and we head to the first real gun run of the second half.
Wow, now things have squared up 9-9. RAZEPEEK have met Join the Force with the rounds and are able to buy now. So this is going to be interesting. Seeing how this one plays out as RAZEPEEK now finds himself on the CT side. So things are starting to get very interesting indeed, and RAZEPEEK has a potential of growing their lead with little by having the momentum in their favor. Flash comes through, flashes both CTs and Ts alike, and Junie will back off after that one. A lot of players stacked along Banana, so they're going to be looking to push that off, but it means that someone have to go back and fetch the bomb if they actually go for it in the end. The rotate did come in, 3 players dedicated towards that B site for now, but JoinTheForce have changed their mind. They're going to head towards mid. They're going to gain control over apartments. And one header along with Junie holding this one. Actually, it's Rock behind Corpse Party there. 50 seconds remaining. Take it away, Nexus.
Yeah, T side yet to make any sort of a real play here. No commitment coming out, but a bit of utility used towards that A bomb site, trying to force a rotation from that CT side of RAZEPEEK. But if you look at the minimap, you can see a player rotating towards that B site, and it's exactly where JoinTheForce is going. This 3-man setup has to be perfect, but Myth with a frag towards that A bomb site. Now the utility comes in. One of those rotates taken down, but the CT side is stands stalled. Fresh Fisher with 2 frags. Immediately RAZEPEEK with 1, and he's got his second entry. This does not stop, and he does not stop, and Myth once again takes the rotator down, and the T side, they're going to have themselves a wonderful chance to pick up this round unless Fred Fischl, the stand-in, goes insane, but Rio takes him down instead with the flashbang through the smoke. And JoinTheForce, round 10 picked up. Getting close, cutting it very close. Even that 3-man setup towards that B bomb site, difficult to deal with. They make it look easy, and Myth the flank towards that A site, finding those frags. There you go, see Fred giving that CT side a chance, but Rabbit, he's such a good player there for that T side right now.
Yeah, he's been strong on the T side. He's been strong on the CT side. Where is this guy not strong? The entry fragger from JoinTheForce is absolutely coming huge yet another time. Rock is the first to fall, and it's Rabbit to find him. Now, Fred Fishoil is potentially going to find Myth there. Doesn't connect with the first shot, but connects with the others. And the push is on that A site. Trades coming through all around, and it's A site in the sights of JoinTheForce as the bomb will be heading there shortly. The bomb will get planted as well, and one header in June. I'm just going to save their weapons. Actually, they might actually go for this. One header picks up a weapon as well. Junie M4, one header with an AK-47. And will initialize things off with a nade. Now, they will look to cause damage, but will opt out of it in the end. They'll decide, no, this seems a little bit too difficult. We don't have the man's advantage in this one, and attacking with a man's advantage isn't that easy, especially on that Inferno A site. And they're going to force back. They're going to save their weapons and hope for better rounds to come. JoinTheForce seemed a little bit weak coming into the second half, but they're not giving up. They do have the lead, and it's 11-9, closing off after this round.
Yeah, now JoinTheForce, they really have taken the second half and found themselves those rounds. Well, here we are, 11-9, CT side. Bit of an ordered buy coming out. The MP9's AK saved and the M4 on the Junie. Let's see how much damage they can wreak with it, if they can get a bit of havoc going on. Right now, RAZEPEEK mentioned as we moved on to this second, I was expecting a bit of banana control or banana aggression coming up from them. This one is not that kind of round, despite them possibly having a chance to do so. Will not be doing it. Instead, a T side will be trying to do that. Well, CT's got a nice little setup here. A 2-man crossfire type of stuff, where the players, if they try and jump out, immediately going to have 2 players to deal with. But now some utility coming in towards that B bomb site, and well, a retake utility comes in. Double Molotovs, and that CT side, they're going to ward off that T side. And now, I didn't see this in the first half. I don't think even once with the CTs went for a retake banana setup, so it's good to see now RAZEPEEK have those kind of tricks up their sleeve. And now, fully having been forced off of banana, he's getting a bit more utility, trying to make them think they're still lingering around that part of the map, but the CT side will have a lot to deal with here on that A side with 50 seconds left on the clock, and the offense will surely be coming in very, very shortly.
The push 2 does come in. Nexus with the first frag. Rocket soon to return, but Ours is there to help him out. 3v4 already. And taking their bomb all the way around. Little do they know, there's a rotate right behind. Nexus space through the smoke, but doesn't connect with the shot. It's Junie to do that, actually. And it's a 2v3 already. Bomb is on site. It will be planted. And on the 22nd mark, it's GG. Junie trying to retake. This time they might go for it. Ours, though, is in a position, prime position, to pick him up. And it's a 1v3. GG. You have to come up huge if he actually wants to bring the momentum in his team's favor. It's do or die for him. They know they're going to have to eco that next round anyway. So he's just going to try and go for it now. Let's see how successful he's in doing so. Not successful whatsoever. Myth is the one with a quick frag onto him. And a little bit of a BM onto his fallen body there. 12-9 to start things off, and we'll have a little bit of a highlight reel now.
What a shot coming out there at the end. And well, this round, CT side did give them or give it their all, but in the end, all for naught as T side to get themselves up to round number 12. And CT side from RAZEPEEK now staring close to the end. Is again on these pistols with the T side surely going to get themselves round number 13. Giving a little Zeus there on Fred Official. Juanita tries to go for something, but like his teammate right before him will be taking it down and suffering the exact same fate. And that CT side now on Fred Official trying to escape, barely able to do so. 13 health and a very slow round coming out here overall, but the frags are still coming in. Just waiting for something. Commitment T side not wanting to walk into a stack. It makes sense. There's surely going to be something coming out very shortly. With bomb now picked up. I'm guessing it's that B site. Hush.
Yes, it might as well will be Myth on a flanking position, on a lurking position. But the push does commence on B either way. Smoke start coming through. GG is the first line of defense for his team here. It's a 3v5 with not much weapons to deal with, but the flash does come through. The chance was there, but Nexus is there to defend his team. Bon will get planted at the fountain. Never mind, make that coffins. As Rock and Fred Official will have to go for this one. They do have a deagle at hand. I mean, saving at this point, there's no real need for it. They just want to cause damage. They just want to get a kill here and there. And they want to stick together. So in case one person doesn't get the kill, maybe the other one will. Now, Myth is on the lookout. He could get caught off guard. They'll spot him out there. It does do a little bit of damage, but not enough to throw him down. Picks up Freddy Official, the guy with a USP, the guy with 13 HP. And it's just up to Rock now with that deagle. Ooh, let's get one. Will he be able to pick up that AK-47? I don't think Ryu will let him happen. And that's exactly what happens. JoinTheForce lead 13-9. And RAZEPEEK must start to fear them because they are slowly gaining ground.
Yeah, that T side needs to be stopped sooner than later. Obviously, getting very close to that haunting 15 for the side of JoinTheForce, but RAZEPEEK again have that buy-in. They will hopefully get themselves something. Junie with a banana push gets one, but it's a team kill coming to Rabbits with the entry. And always with that second, that CT side still have one man here towards that B bomb side. T side, well, understandably very cautious of this. The smokes are down, have no clue what waits them on the other side. Instead, they'll have to take their time, look for these frags, and even with the advantage, it's good to see them take their time. But that CT side, well, they need to make something out of this. Unless they just have a godlike hold here towards that B bomb site, it is very unlikely for them to actually find too much about this. Probably going to be that retake scenario going in. Now, utility starts to go in, and B bomb site will be pushed. The flashbangs, utility starts to come in. One hit that tosses that Molotov down. But the T side is a fake. They're going to try and get rotations. I was not expecting this. But the CT side, they've left Fred Official with this AWP here, trying to hold mid. T side coming in. One frag. No! Missing that first one on the CT side. Very quickly back towards that A side. Fred and Rock here trying to hold them down. Gets one. Fred on the AWP gets nothing. Mid shots him down. It's a 1-on-3 for one hit as a retake, but not towards that B bomb site. And JoinTheForce, very, very close to getting themselves 14. That CT economy not looking too good either. So one problem on top of another. Now, looking for one. Does get him. Taking down at least one of these T-side players here. One Heda still jumps out, but we'll be looking to save that weapon instead. It makes perfect sense with them having basically nothing in the bank. And in that next round, would they lose it? Would it be going up against 15? So, a huge problem for the CT side right now. As it joined the force, dominating that second half. But now, I'm at a loss for what can that CT side try that they haven't done just yet? They've tried a lot of different things, even towards Banana. They've tried the aggression. They tried to play it a bit slower. Even the retake is utility coming out once or twice there. It's just really not made a difference. As it joined the force, no matter what has been thrown at them, have been able to handle it.
And here we go with another round. Join the force 2 rounds away from closing this one out. RAZEPEEK must be trembling. Now, Join the force start things off on a high. Myth with the first frag of the round. The damage is done near Banana. The grenade did lose Rabbit's half HP. And look at that. GG looking so close behind that smoke. All these out of Rabbit's crosshair, and the fact that he threw the molly was so detrimental because now he won't have the superior angle onto GG. It's a 1-for-1 trade after all. But Rabbit will lose his life into that, and B-side, little do they know, Join the force. That site was completely open for the taking. Rotates to come in eventually, so site no longer open, chance lost. That won't matter. 45 seconds remaining on the clock. 3 versus 4. Looks like it will be the B push. Smoke comes through. Flashes as well. Nades on the other side as fresh fish oil is there to defend the sides. Flash comes through. Junie gets our first pick. Fresh fish oil as well. The kills go in how the RAZEPEEK, but it is a 2v2 trade. Rock now 1 versus 1. M4 at his hand. It's all or die here because after this, if it doesn't happen, he'll have to deal with a match point of Join the Force with not much money to deal with. So Rock needs to come up huge here. 2 versus 1. Bomb is ticking. He's making his way through Cathedral. He's gonna elect the CT angle to this. But there's a player on Banana, there's a player around Coffins. Will he be able to get both? Oh, I don't think he's looking in the right direction at the right time. Nexius is the one to pick up the frag, and Join the Force is on match point.
Yeah, there it is. Finally, after just getting one run after another, RAZEPEEK, well, they got, what, 3 rounds overall on the CT side? It has not been kind to them at all. Instead, Join the Force absolutely dismantling them, and Rabbit continuing his defense. And now turning it into offense, finding entries one after another, and now staring at the end. That's that CT side with whatever they could scour up here. And Og P90, Scout, and a Desert Eagle. That is not looking great for them, but they still have a chance to make it work, but need absolute heroics from 1 or 2 of these players. But Ryu and always both finding entries. That Banana area fallen once again. And RAZEPEEK got 3-on-5 in the first 25 seconds of the round. So they have to go ahead and retake that B bomb site. Heda will be the first man to arrive to that scene. The Molotov there, and the T side. They've got an elevated angle on the other side of first Oranges. Trying to look above that. So not too sure if they can find anything, but Ryu easily finds the first one. And now it is a 2-on-5. Rockin' one Heda. What can they come out of this one with? Through the smoke, one drops the bomb, but now it is that P90 looking for frags, looking for anything but Ryu, closing things out with a 4K and a 69 for the side of Join the Force.